as many Nigerians are calling for the arrest of Sheikh Gumi, everybody now are now on Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because a lot of you will tell you that Tinubu is not the problem of the insecurity in Nigeria. But often, people are calling Tinubu that Tinubu way of handling security in Nigeria has worsened the situation by not doing the proper thing. Someone like Sheikh Gumi that has been deported for twice in Saudi Arabia need to be questioned by the Nigeria authority. Here are the video of a Fulani girl that I want you people to watch. She has came out and said that the greatest mistake Nigeria did is to allow them to be in the head.
Yes, not true he talk. Before I will allow you to see the clip, or rather to watch everything that Sheikh Gumi's daughter, all Fulanis are under Ahmed Sheikh Gumi. All Muslims are under Caliphate, which is Sultan of Sokoto. So Fulanis, all of them, emphasis on all, both rich and poor, are all in control of Sheikh Ahmad Gumi. So now her daughter don't come out to tell you the secret of the Fulanis. I mean the agenda, the secret agenda they have concerning the Biafran land. Because each time they said Fulani have agenda for Nigeria. My brother, forget about Nigeria. Nigeria is gone. We all know. Their only target, which have been since 1804, is within the shores of this place they call Old Eastern Region, comprises of the southeast and the place they call south-south. Yoruba land have been captured, we know. Yoruba land Yoruba now have Yoruba Fulani. In other words, Oyo is going to enact Sharia law into their constitution. Ogun State is second, followed by Ogun State. Then the last place will be Lagos. Forget about Osun, forget about Oyo. Sorry, Osun and Kwara have been taken over. Forget about Ondo, forget about Osun. All those places now just my case. The heart of Yoruba land, if you capture Ogun State, capture Oyo, and then capture Lagos, my brother, it is done. And these areas in Lagos State, they have surrounded everywhere. And Oyo, they done already, in fact, they are even in their government. And also in, what they call it, Ogun State, that place now is a time bomb, because any time from now, any moment from now, it's going to explode. So let me show you the agenda, the evil agenda, the Fulanis, via, what they call him, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi. Look at their evil agenda against the people of the Southeast, against Biafra land, and against me and you. Fighting in tooth and nail to make sure that everything works out for our future generation, because the fight we are fighting today is not for our own. How many years do I have to live on this earth again? We are talking about our future generation, so that they will not see what we see in the hands of these Fulani Marudas or Fulani terrorists. So let me allow you to hear this message from beginning to the end. And let me know what you think at the comment section of this video. You people are not doing well, but I don't want to complain. When you complain now, some people will say, after all, you say you are not doing it for money. No problem. But don't forget, where person they work, that place is the chop. That's why Oyibo man call them work chop. Please, hear this message. Ahmed Gumi's daughter, he don't let the cat out of the basket. In fact, she don't break the calabash. As I'm talking to you now, Ahmed Gumi is looking for where to hide, because all the whole country has rejected him. He cannot go to Saudi Arabia, he cannot go to Qatar. Only Turkey, who is bent on Islamizing Nigeria the same way they Islamize and Fulanize Turkey. Please, let us hear this message together, and then let me know your thoughts at the comment section.
To take a leader whenever any country that give any Fulani a chance to be at the head, to decide to the country only find themselves in the situation Nigeria we are find ourselves now. I am not the one saying this. This is a Fulani girl that is saying it. I will allow people to watch the video and share it. He make reference of Burkina Faso. What Burkina Faso was all about before Ibrahim Traoré came and changed everything. That if not for Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso will have something else today. He also referred to Ghana, that this is the reason that the Ghanaians don't give chance to Fulani. They don't give them, because if you allow Fulani man to buy a land close to you, the Fulani have the tendency of coming to take over from the one you have and buy you on it. This is the major reason why you see a lot of people now refuse for giving their land for open grazing. Now, this is where I'm saying it, that we must say the truth the way it is. Igbos are not the enemies that the people present to be, because they will come and buy your land, they will invest, they will build. They don't come and collect with force. By force. But these other people is different scenario. I want you people to watch the video, because another video of a Kano now, a guy from Kano, have acknowledged what Mazinam the Kano said, that they virtually now that the Fulanis are trying to take Kano by all means. He make measure of the wife of first lady, the wife of president came to Kano, and what they demonstrate that they use a girl, decorate a girl or dress a girl in form of Fulani to welcome the president. That is a signal of them telling the world that it is Fulani that holds a Kano state. Watch the video of this lady and this young guy. Please, as you watch this video, share this video and subscribe to this channel and all your notifications.
Ever lost your keys? You're not alone.
The message is loading and it is coming, so please.
Lost keys, wallets.
Okay, some Fulani content creators will stitch this video and say I'm being sponsored by, I don't know, I'm being this and that. I'm not a Fulani. I'm a Fulani 100%. You can go and investigate my ethnic background. I'm a Fulani girl. Okay, and I want to say that put Fulani in power at your detriment. At your detriment, okay? And Ghanaians understood this fact. This is why they didn't allow them to be in strategic positions of power. They limit the kind of power. Of course, they involve them in politics and all that, but they don't hold significant amount of power in Ghana, and that is why they're angry. They're not angry because they're angry because Fulanis are not in a strategic position of power. Come and check the northern Nigeria where they hold significant amount of power. Look at the atrocities that is happening, and they are the one causing it all. Okay, go to the south. The southern Nigeria is not infested with banditry and massacres because Fulanis are not in power there. They are powerless there. They are there, but they don't hold any power there. And some people are saying Sankara is a Fulani because Sankara was a Fulani. Look at the atrocities they are causing in Mali. Look at the atrocities that, if not for Traore who came and decided to stop them. Look. So yes, Fulanis are good when you don't allow them to be in strategic position of power. They're peaceful, lovely. All right. The greatest sabotage you can ever do for yourself, especially the South, I'm talking to you now, is to allow Fulanis to come, and they will come in the name of Islam. Okay, this is what happened to the North. This is the strategy that Danfodio used, and they want to use that same strategy in Southwest. All right. They will say, oh, we are of the same the kind of Islam that Fulanis are practicing is not the one that you are practicing. No. Yes. That is why your side is peaceful and our side is chaotic. The recent massacre that happened in Kwara North, in our Woro community, it was Islam. They came and they came to the community and said, okay, we want to preach Islam to do in a Muslim community. Are you joking with me right now? Are you kidding me? So yes, powerful Fulani entities are the problem.
Has said it, but we ignored. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was telling us about Fulanization agenda, we all laughed. We say, what he is saying or his submission is divisive in nature. His submission is detrimental to the peace and unity of Nigeria. But today what is happening? His prophecy has come to pass. Fulanization agenda is advancing day by day.
Let's talk about
all right, that one aside, let's talk about the visit of His Excellency's wife to Kano State yesterday. She visited Kano and she was warmly welcomed by the Kano State governor. And with the Kano State governor was a little girl wearing Fulani attires and holding calabash. What was that trying to put into Her Excellency's mind? They were trying to tell her that Kano State belongs to the Fulani people. The Fulani people that you know. The ones that you know that don't have even one local government in Nigeria, talk less of having the whole state.
We know they are not Nigerians.
But look at what the governor is trying to portray, that Kano State belongs to the Fulani people. So thank God that Her Excellency is a learned person. And I know that she must have read about the history of Kano. And she ignore all what they told you about the history of Kano. I know that they must have taken you to the Emir's palace where you saw only 15 kings of Kano, only 15 emirs of Kano. How can an ancient city like Kano have only 15 kings? They have erased the history of Hausa kings that we have almost 50 kings or 40-something kings before the coming of Fulanis. So this is Fulanization agenda. And we told you that Fulanization agenda is two forms. There is Fulanization agenda using bandits, that they will go and expel all the people living in the land and take over the land. And there is Fulanization agenda using politics, using the ones that politicians and emirs are using now. Like the one that they show you when you visited Kano, where you saw that small girl wearing Fulani attires, to show you that it is Fulani land. That is what they are doing. So please ignore all this history that they told. The voice of wisdom has said it, but we ignored.
Nnamdi Kanu was arrested for far less things that Sheikh Gumi has said, far less promotion that Sheikh Gumi has said. But if somebody like me say those things that he's saying, I'll be arrested. Go and check all his previous videos. That because I'm now calling him out, he's now worried. Because I've called for his arrest, he's now worried. He does not eradicate all the pro-banditry, pro-terrorism stand he has taken in the past. People like Sheikh Gumi, if Nigeria was an ideal society, he should not be walking freely on the street.
Of course.
I have no apology for this position. But because the government is complicit.
Now this particular video interview of Barrister Deji Adeoju, immediately settled down. You watch this particular video from beginning to the end. This guy literally exposed a whole lot of things about this insecurity that is happening in Nigeria. If you were telling this particular video, but about Mazen Namdekan, something that has to do with Mazen Namdekan. Actually, watch this particular video from beginning to the end. How this guy exposed the people did behind this thing. Just settle down, take your time, watch the video. You know what he said here, making reference to Sheikh Gumi. In fact, he said that in fact, watch the video.
Why do you think government is unwilling or do not have the political will to go after even the ones that UAE gave us their names?
Yes. So what I think is, I'm inclined to agree with General T.Y. Danjuma that they colluded the armed bandits to kill innocent Nigerians. I believe that insecurity has become one of the most lucrative business in Nigeria. And if you look at that Kogi State General that was killed, General Ali, I think so, they said many things. He was warned severally to stop trying to crush Boko Haram.
That's Colonel Ali?
Yes. That he was warned severally because that was someone that was really after eradicating Boko Haram. But they took him out. Because some people are somewhere making so much money with insecurity in the country. And I believe that government is complicit. Because there is no way you can tell me that government is not complicit when they are selling gold on the main road in Zamfara. It's impossible. They look at the way these terrorists move freely unchallenged all over the country. You cannot tell me this is a government that has army, air force, Navy, ground troops, many divisions, prison. You tell me we have one of the best trained army in the world. One of the best trained. Nigerian soldiers have gone all over the world and have excelled at ground battles. and you tell me that we cannot defeat these people? I refuse to believe so.
Let's look at what's happening in your state. We celebrated Children's Day 2 days ago, and we know that over 30 children are still in captivity, some of them as young as 2 years, 3 years. Government is not bold enough to say this is what we want to do. Do you think, even though government keeps arguing about it, they don't pay ransom, but experiences have shown we will see these people release the people, we don't get to arrest anybody, we don't get to kill anybody. How do they release these people? Is it that we are truly paying ransom? And are you worried about this or your incident?
Yeah, of course. One of the victims, the teacher who was unfortunately beheaded, is our client. We're briefed by the family. We are constantly in touch with the family. We grieve with them. We mourn his passing. Unfortunately, and most regrettably, is that the family have not even been given the opportunity for them to bury their dead. You know, we had written to the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to personally intervene in the matter, not to delegate this matter. A president should act like his president. Should not sit in the comfort of his office, of the villa. Should leave the villa when there are problems like this and go to the battlefront. We have seen presidents all over the world do this. This is what is expected of a commander-in-chief. If not, you are not commanding anything. Even the governor of Oyo has refused to lead from the front. Even the 30 that you said is understated. You can be rest assured that more than hundreds of children will be in custody of terrorists and criminal gangs all across the country. Because many of these incidents are unreported. Many. The only reason why your incident was reported was because the terrorists posted.
As you are watching, please kindly share, like, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing. Follow us on all our social media handles. Turn on the notification icon so that you'll be notified each time we go live or we publish anything new on our channels or on our different pages. Enjoy the rest of this news. At the same time, thanks for watching. Let's continue.
Take it online. There are so many others that ransom are just collected from the families and they are set at freed. And there are others that could not pay. We have just discovered that another teacher was killed in the north, who even after ransom was paid, he was killed. So it shows that there is no credible government in place in the country. And it's indeed very sad. Government must not only speak to condemn violent acts. Government must be seen to be proactive, to go after those who are perpetrating these violent acts and bring them to book. That is the only way that the citizens will feel safe. Most Nigerians can no longer even travel by road. That is how bad it is. Two of the greatest fear of every Nigerian today is to be kidnapped. The second is to be gunned down by the police. These are two of the greatest fears of every Nigerian. We just saw recently how a Nigerian who had been handcuffed, who was pleading his innocence in Delta, was shot at close range by the police. Then another police officer had just threatened in a viral video that if anybody records him, he's going to shoot and kill the person. So these are the two greatest fears of every Nigerian. Number one, that may they not be kidnapped. So when Nigerians make that prayer, that may Nigeria not happen to you, these are the things that Nigerians are praying against. That may they not be victims of kidnap and may they not be gunned down by the police.
You've always asked for the arrest and prosecution of Sheikh Gumi for his comments and statements that you perceive to be sympathetic to terrorism. Do you really think he's a terrorist sympathizer? Okay. The Terrorism Prevention Act has defined who a sympathizer is, who an enabler is. Someone that defends, someone that justifies, someone that promotes.
Yes.
If somebody comes out and say, but it is better for bandits to kidnap people than to kill soldiers. Or to kill school children than kill soldiers. Yes, to kill school children than to kill soldiers. The paying ransom to bandits is not bad. How else do you describe such a person? Somebody who justifies, who says that terrorists have genuine grievances. That government should, it's only in Nigeria that government forgives terrorists. Terrorists should never be forgiven. And terrorists don't repent.
Terrorists do not repent. The only way terrorists repent is when they meet their maker. People like Sheikh Gumi, if Nigeria was an ideal society, he should not be walking freely on the street. I have no apology for this position. But because the government is complicit, that's why people like Sheikh Gumi are still free. That's why they are free. There can be no rationalization for what these barbaric animals are doing to our nation, to what they are doing to little kids. These guys recruit little kids into terrorism as foot soldiers and as shields, as human shields. So there should be no one in Nigeria should justify. Fact check, go and check all his previous videos. That because I'm now calling him out, he's now worried. Because I've called for his arrest, he's now worried. It does not eradicate all the pro-banditry, pro-terrorism stand he has taken in the past.
He has also tried to say that government knows where the terrorists are and they know them by name. Why do you think government is reluctant to go after him?
I'm inclined to agree with him on this issue. That's why I said both him and the government, they are complicit. That's why government will not arrest him. But if somebody like me say those things that he's saying, I'll be arrested. Nnamdi Kanu was arrested for far less things that Sheikh Gumi has said, far less promotion that Sheikh Gumi has said. Can you quantify the number of people killed by people that Sheikh Gumi has been supporting to the people that have died in the southeast? Can you quantify? Can you quantify the amount of kidnappings in the southeast that has happened in the southeast compared to the people that Sheikh Gumi is supporting? Can you quantify? So this is what we are saying, that the government collude with them, because the only reason why these things can persist is because of government collusion. So I'm convinced, and I'm inclined to agree with Sheikh Gumi, that yes, indeed, government is involved, according to his testimony. Because of course he will know, because he's the one that takes them to go and meet the bandits.
Never, and I mean never, say
Wahala Utikboju. If na my Yoruba people, they go say Wahala Utikboju.
El-Rufai has been undergoing trial without trial. He's been in and out of court and then without trial. Some persons are alleging persecution. Some persons are alleging that is justice visiting him. Do you think, or do you agree with those who said he's been persecuted by President Bola Tinubu?
I think it's a mixture of both. In my view, my answer would be a mixture of both. While I agree that it's looking more or less like persecution than persecution, but I also believe that it's karma, some form of karma has come to El-Rufai. Because I wouldn't want to dwell too much on it, because I've just been subpoenaed by the court, one of the courts where he's standing trial. I don't know the basis of the subpoena, but I think I have an idea, but I don't want to talk about it because it'll be sub judice. However, we all know the antecedents of El-Rufai when he was governor in Kaduna. He committed a lot of excesses, a lot. But should that give justification for not granting him bail? Should that give justification for moving him from court to court? Is this not akin to trying to silence the opposition? Bail is not an escape of justice. When a defendant is standing trial, the idea of bail is that he's given bail so that he can properly prepare for his defense.
Anyway, my wonderful people, the message has been passed to every other thing that is being added on this message is just for security reasons and also for what would I call it, for future purposes and for documentation purposes as well. Anyway, the message is very, very clear. Sheikh Gumi's daughter don't come out, come tell us, say, look at the evil agenda that this government and the Fulanis cabals, including Caliphate, which is Sokoto, what the evil plan they have against the Biafrans. And as such, they have called for all eyes to be on them anywhere you find them around your area. Please do not give them chance. If you give them chance, if you give them just only one chance, my brother, in the next months or years to come, they will take 5 chances. And for them to actualize these 5 chances, you that give them this one chance must be unalived. They must unalive you. That is how they do. Yes, Fulanis are what we refer to biting the fingers that fed you. So they don't care whether you agree with them or you not agree with them. Well, once you render them help, my brother, your own is gone. So anyway you find them, endeavor to make away with them. In fact, do not give them an inch of your land or anything that belongs to you, because you are going to regret it at the end of it all. Anyway, until I come your way again, I still remain your one and the only Okute Daily Talker. I mean, they give you this information. So please share this message and make sure you subscribe for more updates. Kemesiano.